Friday, y'all. Happy freaking Friday. Time for the best of the week. Best of the week. What better day than a Friday to celebrate the best of the week?
Love that. Best of the week Reddit stories coming at you guys from ThreadTalk Podcast. This is episode 108. And if you guys are new here, I've got 4 stories. My beautiful wife, Teresa, has 4 stories. And we are both blind reacting because what we do is we go through and the top rated, top upvoted stories from the last week is what we're going to be reading today on this episode.
Wow.
Teresa, I got a fun fact for you.
Again with these?
Yeah, but you'll like this one. It's 1 week closer to Christmas than it was last time we filmed.
Yes.
Or last Friday. We filmed
Yes.
this. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Teresa's,
That's a great fact.
Teresa's a Kris Kringle fanatic.
Kris Kringle.
I don't know. Christmas fanatic? I don't know. I was trying to say something funny, but a Santa fanatic. Did you watch a Christmas movie this morning?
I did. I woke up and I watched
What'd you watch?
Christmas with the Cranks. I haven't
Christmas
finished
with
it
the
yet.
Craigs. Can't believe you were watching that without me.
You don't like to
Wow.
watch the same movies every year.
That is true. Did we watch it last year?
I watched it last year.
I probably caught half of it.
Probably.
Yeah.
I watch the same movies every year because
Yeah.
it makes me feel good.
What is that? It's
Warm
like
and fuzzy.
your OCD or something that makes
No.
what's that personality trait that makes people with that personality
Anxiety.
trait anxiety? They enjoy watching the same stuff over again because they already know how it ends.
Yes, but there's also not that many new Christmas movies out there. Like
Yeah.
the reason I watch the Christmas movies is for nostalgia. It's not really for.
Man, we're getting distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still November.
I could talk about Christmas
Is
all
it
day.
Christmas time? It's not even December yet. Some people believe that it's not Christmas till December. Not Teresa, guys.
I
Not
don't vibe
Teresa.
with those people.
All right, let's get into the stories. You want to go first?
Yeah.
All right.
This one comes from Am I the Asshole? Posted 2 days ago with 15,000 upvotes. Am I the asshole for dropping my kids off with my wife when she is with a grieving friend? My wife's best friend, Jessie, lost her husband about a month ago. My wife has been at her home almost every single day since. My job has me being on call some nights and money is tight, so I can't not be on call. I know Jessie is struggling, but it is stressing me out a ton to be basically a single parent since my wife is never home. I have talked to her about cutting back, but that ends in an argument about me being heartless. Yesterday, I was on call and I actually got called in. I couldn't leave our 2 daughters home alone, who are 6 and 9, so I called my wife telling her she needs to head home now. I need to leave. She told me no and to figure it out. We don't have the money for a sitter. My parents live too far away. Her parents aren't allowed near the kids. They suck. And my friends have their own lives and families. So I packed up the kids and on my way to work, dropped them off at Jessie's house. My wife was pissed that I did that. When I got back, we got into a huge argument and I told her that she actually needs to be a parent, that I am very sick of her playing house at Jessie's house and we have our own kids. She thinks I'm being a heartless fucking man. And I told her to be a parent to our own kids. Am I the asshole?
Oh my God. He may be being a heartless fucking man, but she's being a heartless fucking parent.
Yes.
You know, the apple doesn't. I was just thinking when you were reading this, like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. He says her parents aren't allowed near the kids.
Oh.
They suck. And I'm thinking the apple's not falling too far from the tree because
call.
she's also sucking right now. Like
She sucks.
absolutely, like life so hard. You lose your partner so hard. I would be inconsolable for years if that happened. But at the same time, you have to balance your own family. And it's also been a month.
Like this isn't, I understand. Okay, sorry. No, but this isn't her losing a partner. Like I would understand
Yeah.
if she was losing a partner and she like couldn't handle being a parent. Like
And like
she,
the sister was like, you need to take your own kids back or
Yeah.
something.
this is your friend.
Yeah. And it's been a
It's
month.
not really your responsibility. I understand being there for a grieving friend, obviously. Like, be a kind human being. Be the person you want to be for... Like, if that were to happen to you, be that person for... So many words, but nothing is being said. Be that person that you would want to be there for you.
Right.
Sure.
Yes.
Let's go with that. But, yeah, unfortunately, you cannot neglect your own priorities and obligations. You have people who are relying on you, and seems like your husband is doing literally everything he can.
Also, you would think she knows this is coming. Like, she knows money's tight. She knows that he's on call. So what does she think is going to be the plan
Mm-hmm.
when he gets called in? It seems like
Exactly.
he knew, if I get called in, you're gonna have to take the kids. And she's just like skipping out on that responsibility.
She's like, when she said figure it out,
Figure it out. It's like,
he is.
you know what all of
He
our
is.
options are.
Yeah.
Are we not a freaking parenting team? Like, you know what my options are. You know, my parents are too far away. You know that we don't go to your parents. You know that we can't afford a sitter. So, like, where do you think these children are going to go? Do you think I'm just going to leave them home alone? Although 9 and 6, I feel like I would have been left alone at that time with my sister and
Yeah,
stuff.
but is it okay?
It's not-
Probably not.
Not saying it's okay. I'm just saying that I would have been. But the fact that it's also been a month. Like, if it has been like within a week, I could see her being so inconsolable. Like, it's hard to leave her. But at a month,
but
but-
honestly, I feel like even at a week, like she should understand you have your own obligations. You're
Yeah.
a parent. Like, you don't just get to fuck off and
but what are they doing? Like,
right? Is she
her-
just like 24/7 crying?
Like,
She's just rubbing her back? Like,
yeah. Is her friend having a panic attack in the bathroom on the floor, rocking with her knees pulled into her chest, crying,
for an
and like,
entire month straight.
or are they just watching Christmas movies on the couch eating popcorn? And she's
right?
like,
What
"No,
does
I'm
this
consoling her."
look like? What does it look like? I would love to know that as well.
I feel like at some level, you kind of have to like hate your own kids, maybe,
She probably does.
in order to like just ignore them.
Like, you're essentially putting your friend above your kids, which I think is so wrong.
Like, I know my kids need me right now, but I don't give a shit. You kind of have to hate your own kids.
Yeah. I think she's honestly just doing it out of spite of the husband. I honestly don't think it's really about the kids. It's like being spiteful towards the husband. Like, oh, can't you see I'm busy here? Figure it out.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know. I don't like it.
He did figure it out. Good job.
Exactly. Good for him. Top comment says, a day with a grieving friend is needed. A week is kindness. A month when you have kids at home is bizarre. Bizarre is a great word.
Yeah.
Top comment says, a day with a grieving friend is needed. A week is kindness. A month when you have kids at home is bizarre.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. A day, sure. Within the first week, sure. A month, starting to get odd. Because
A week is starting to get odd.
yeah, like unless she's still having like full-blown panic attacks, but also like, does she have zero family?
That's
Zero
what I mean.
parents,
Like,
zero
is it really-
siblings. I don't know. I think I like you got your own responsibility, so I don't think the dad is in the wrong here whatsoever.
No, not at all.
All right, moving over to me. Okay, so this one's coming from r/am I overreacting. It was posted 5 days ago with 19,000 upvotes. Me, 18 female, and my boyfriend, 18 male, were having an argument for a whole day because I wanted him to stop calling me names. He wouldn't stop dragging the argument, but expected me to just get over it. So I said to him, he can't expect me to shut up while he's still making comments, and he ignored my message. An hour later, he started attacking me and told me I make him depressed. I've trapped him, he hates his life, and it's all my fault. He has lost friends since being in a relationship with me, but this was all of his own accord. I've never asked him to stop being friends with anyone. He says he did it for me because he'd made sacrifices because he cares, so that's why it's my fault. Is it an overreaction if I break up with him for saying all this to me? And is it really my fault he's left people for me? And there's a text bubble between her and the boyfriend that says from him, "You've ruined my life. You've left me trapped. I fucking hate you." And there's just 3 bubbles from him, and she didn't reply. I think it's over Snapchat because there's a picture in the background that she blacked out. Is she
Okay.
overreacting?
This is a hard one. I fucking hate you. Quote.
Yeah.
I don't
You've
know about
ruined my
you, but-
life. You've left me trapped. I fucking hate you. I'd be like, okay then.
Why is this
Be
a
free, little
question?
dove. Let me open your cage and you can fly away.
No one is putting a gun to your head that you have to stay in this relationship.
Yeah.
Both of you, like literally both of you. Like, he is like, oh my God, I hate you. Why you do this to me? Blah, 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 blah.
Why don't you break up with
Leave.
her? Yeah, leave.
You have free will.
He's
Go
like,
away.
I cut off my friends for you. She's like, bro, I didn't tell you to stop hanging out with them because you wanted to hang out with me versus hanging out with your friends. Doesn't mean that I made you lose your friends. You decided to lose your own friends.
All a you issue. And OP, why are you coming to Reddit? Like, honestly, truly, seriously, why are you coming to Reddit for this?
Yeah.
This is a little bit ridiculous, actually.
Man, I can't. Okay, it's got to be crazy for people like in high school nowadays with like Snapchat and social media. I feel like I just missed it because when I graduated high school, like that's when Snapchat came out. But could you imagine like I'm just thinking in my head like when I had a relationship, my high school relationships with people, they were texting. Listen, I'm not that old. I'm a millennial still. I'm an older millennial. But we like the most we would do is like text messages. Green frickin' bubble text messages is what happened. So now that it's like Snapchat and sending pictures, I feel like the communication level that you need to have with whatever girlfriend or boyfriend is like 10x what I had to do going through high school. I feel like there's so much additional
there's another
communication layer of like
It's so true,
communication
actually.
pressure.
Yeah.
Like you need to communicate way more.
Yeah. And then literally as soon as you leave high school, it's like, okay, reality's hitting. Like, I don't need to be texting this person 24/7 to know that like I'm interested and whatever. Like, we don't need to be talking that much via text, at least. Like, I remember though, it used to be like I used to be obsessed like with receiving like a text back or like that was like my form of flirting and stuff was through text primarily.
Yeah.
Only. Actually, there was like one guy in high school that I like never actually I met him once.
Yeah.
And the rest of our quote unquote relationship was like all through text and like Snapchat and stuff. And it was
jealous over here. How dare you bring somebody up?
Yeah, good. Get jealous. And yeah, I remember like it consumed me. Like I was always waiting for his text. And it was just obviously like such a superficial, like shallow relationship. Like there was no depth to it at all. And I thought I was in love.
When Snapchat's like showing notifications if they've read it or not. If
someone
spiral. If someone reads it, doesn't reply.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I would like cry. I would go and listen to Taylor Swift.
And it's
cry.
like, why has it been 10 minutes since he's looked at it? Yeah. Why hasn't he picked up his phone? And it's like, bitch, I know you've picked up your phone. I know you're choosing not to open it because, you know, you kind of want to. But I bet you there's a lot of like, it's hard to let a conversation end. And I bet you the younger generation that's like going through high school and stuff, it's like, that's a missing aspect that I feel the patience that older generations had to deal with. Even before me, they didn't have text messages. Like our parents, when they wanted to communicate, they had to phone the home phone. Hopefully that person was home. So it created a lot more excitement or anticipation for when you would see that person again. But now you get like fake hits of like being close, that connection with people.
So true.
I don't know how people would deal it. Sometimes I'm like, wow, I feel like I was perfect timing. I experienced dial-up. I got high-speed internet. I got social media right after high school. So there wasn't the pressure of like posting on my Instagram story what I got up to this weekend. There wasn't like, I got to do something exciting this weekend to make sure like it's posted on my story, like competition. There was none of that.
Like fake rave. And
yeah, but like it was just enough text messages. Wait, what? Fake rave? Seen those?
Have you seen those like TikToks that were like, this is what I used to do in high school, and they used to like it used to be just like two girls in their bedroom like pretending that they're at like a house party and they're like just to post on the internet to show that they're like cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what party are you at? But I guess if your school's big, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
My school is small. So like there was one party happening each weekend. There was never the debate of like, oh, should we go to X's party or X's party this weekend? Our high school probably had about like 60 to 70 kids in the grade. That was it. So it was like, if X is having a party, you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll book it the next weekend. I'll do mine the next weekend. There was never like two parties a weekend. Everybody in our grade was like organized, where they're like, okay, I'll wait till next weekend type of situation. But yeah, I just can imagine the pressure of like Snapchat relationships these days. And they're like both 18 and they're like, should I deal with this? No.
Obviously,
You don't
fucking
deal.
not.
You don't deal with crazy. Don't negotiate with crazy.
There you go.
Top comment says, a lot of people are trying to be gentle with you in the comments, so let me be the slapping on the wrist that you need. He, 1, called you names, 2, dragged the argument and expected you to sit there and show him that you should feel guilty, 3, talked over you, 4, ignored your feelings, 5, disregarded you as a person, 6, blamed you for being in a relationship with you because he cannot handle being in a relationship, 7, why me attitude after verbally abusing you. Girl, BFFRUHV 7 reasons to leave his ass.
Okay, you're really showing your age there. Eh?
What's BFFR mean?
Are you?
Like, if HV, is that just short form for have?
I think so.
What's BFFR? Wait, better for fucking
No.
real?
Close. B for fucking real.
B for fucking real. Okay. Girl, B for fucking real. You have 7 reasons to leave his ass. Somebody else comments says, 8 blames you for his mistakes, e.g. loss of friends. Yeah.
Just throw him all away. Throw his whole ass away.
Honestly, screenshot it and post it on your story of why you broke up.
Yeah. And then block him.
Yeah, block him. Don't deal with that. That's not the relationship for you. Not the relationship for you.
All right.
Back to you.
Okay. This one comes from BOR Updates, posted 6 days ago with 5.3 thousand upvotes. Titled, I, 35 male, was caught using AI to write wedding vows and partner, 34 female, walked out. What to do? We just got married.
We did just get married. This hits close. Hey, honey, did you use ChatGPT
No.
at all
No.
for your wedding
No.
vows?
No.
You know, I don't think I did either. I was thinking in the beginning I might ask it for like a structure of like just like paragraphs of like how to like modify it so that it was. But in the end, I don't think I used it at all.
Didn't you say like one of your Taylor Swift references was?
Oh, you know what? I did. I didn't like ask it to write it. I like had something and I was like, this is what I'm trying to say. Can you like cross-reference Taylor Swift lyrics so that I could kind of like work it in, and gave me some Taylor Swift suggestions to work in. I used it as a helping tool for like one sentence, but not the whole thing. But what if you had like walked in on me and like that's what you saw?
Well, I mean, you already told me you kind of used it for the Taylor Swift lyric. And honestly, even before we get into the story, I don't think I like care that much about that. But let's get into the story.
Okay.
I, 35 male, recently had a wedding with my partner, 34 female. We've had a stable and happy relationship so far, and I love her more than anything in the world. The problem arose when I came to write wedding vows. Don't get me wrong, I love many things about my partner, but I couldn't figure out how to put them into tangible vows. I decided to use ChatGPT so I can have something well written and expressive to share at the ceremony. The thing about my partner is that she's very confrontational and no nonsense. If something annoys her, she immediately addresses it with no room for backing out. I also know that she's expressed disdain for AI in the past, but I didn't realize how far the hatred could go. I don't know how, but she immediately recognized that the vows were AI. After I had finished, she had this angry look and whispered to me, "Did you use fucking AI to write that?" I was quiet because I couldn't believe she had noticed that, and she was choosing to address it while we were on full display for everyone. She then said that I either speak from the heart or she walks out. I literally couldn't get any words out as she kept her promise and walked back down the aisle, much to all of our friends and family's confusion. She's been ghosting me these past few days, which is atypical for her and honestly giving me panic attacks. Most people agree that calling off a marriage because of AI vows was an overreaction and that maybe it was a sign that our relationship would have issues, but a few female friends have said that they would have done the same thing. I'm hurt and honestly just needed it to help make the day more special. Is it worth fixing?
That is such a complicated situation.
Is it? I don't think it's that complicated.
No, but I don't know. It is because on the one hand, I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't really use AI to write your vows. You should be able to come up with that yourself. But at the same time, not everybody is capable. And if you use it as a proper tool, there's not like, it's not too much different than finding like a website article on like how to write vows and like copy and paste. But it seems like he did such a poor job of using the tool that she was
He
able to
just
find out
cop-
right away.
Copied all the fluff in there. That like
Yeah, AI
you know when
puts
it's
that
so
fluff
obvious.
in. You know when it's so obvious because it puts
Yes.
all that fluff in it. Where there's so much fluff, it's because you didn't put enough in. Like if
Yes.
you put enough in where you're like,
I honestly, truly, from what I'm getting from this is that he didn't write a thing.
yeah,
He just asked, "Hey, ChatGPT, write me vows."
that's what I'm
Didn't make
getting.
it personalized at all.
Because I've used ChatGPT and I've like, well, like when I was at work, I was trying it out for the first times and I was like drafting emails with it
Yeah,
when
like
it first
my
came
work
out.
has a like AI support tool for emails and stuff.
Yeah. And I would like, okay, instead of trying to like properly like write this email out, like I'm going to basically write down my most important points that I'm thinking of right now that I need to figure out how to structure this in the best way. I'm going to put in all of the meat of the sandwich and then I'm going to ask it to just kind of like give me the frickin' sauces for the sandwich to kind of like, how do I like phrase this in the most correct way? Like, when do I say this? When do I say that? And like, when I type out the email, like sometimes I say the same thing twice. So I kind of use it to like eliminate saying overlapping stuff.
Mm.
And when you do it like that, you can kind of see where there's fluff. You can kind of adjust it. But it seems like he did so much AI fluff that as soon as he read out the vows, she's like, you would never say anything like that.
And then when she gave him another chance. She's like, "Okay, make up for it. Tell me something from your heart. Tell me how much you love me."
Yeah.
He couldn't think of a thing.
But to be fair on that point, it's a lot of pressure. You have
No.
all of the people watching. You just got called out. You had been planning that, reading it 100 times, memorizing it. You just got called out, and she's like,
I
give me something off the
don't
top of your
think
head. And your mind
so.
just goes blank. Your mind just goes blank. Like when I went to propose to you, I was gonna say like a bunch of things that like I had like practiced. Didn't have a full speech, but I had some things in my mind just went freaking blank, man. So sometimes when you're in those high pressure situations, it's so hard to just wing it. Not everybody's good at winging it like that. So I could see where he could have an issue.
I no,
do
I
you
don't know. I don't.
Do you think that there's any value to the people that say if it was that big of an overreaction to this, you would have had problems in your relationship?
No, I actually don't agree with that because, well, first of all, there's also another dynamic here that she doesn't like AI. She
Yeah.
doesn't like people using it, and that's so fair. Like I know people who also agree with that. So if you don't know your partner that much and she has voiced before that she doesn't like AI and you write your entire wedding vows using AI,
It
you
sounds
fucked up.
like he did a lot.
Yes. So honestly, like, yeah, I guess maybe like the relationship probably wouldn't have worked because of him, not
Yeah.
because of her, not because she walked out and she quote unquote overreacted. I think this is purely a him problem.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think like you have to respect your partners. You have to at least know your partner. Like,
Yeah. Like, know how mad they
right?
would
Like
be.
this obviously meant a lot to her. You should have known that. You're marrying her.
Exactly.
So no.
There would have been issues.
Yeah.
Maybe not her fault
Exactly.
in the future.
Exactly. So there is an edit. Actually, first, before I read the edit, I'm going to read the consensus. People tell him he fucked up massively, questioned the love for his fiancée if he can't think of one thing to write, and asked about the state of society if wedding vows are now written with AI. They also want to see the vows to laugh at OP. He did not deliver.
Yeah, it's the same thing as if like you copied and pasted the vows from like a wedding
Someone
vow
else's
website.
vows, yeah. So there's an edit that says, "Okay, I screwed up. I didn't check this post for a while because I wanted more points of view instead of just getting torn to shreds. But I understand why the situation is worse than I thought it was. I've been trying to contact my partner's family to see if I can talk to her again, but apparently she's been staying out of state with her sister. I'm going to tell her when she gets back what I heard here and that I understand. I'm also going to write new vows without AI and bring her favorite flowers and snacks. I still want her to know that I love her and know her. I will post an update when I can. Thank you all, even if some feedback could have been a tad more nicely put.
Like, as much as I'm like, it's not like that, like, it shouldn't be relationship ending. I feel like what is relationship ending is her decision to walk away from the wedding. You didn't get married. So how do you go back
Yeah, I know,
and, like,
literally.
have
Get
another
married again.
wedding? How do you
Like,
go
how do you
back if
resend invites,
yeah.
rebook all the same vendors? Like,
Or even if you
what?
don't and you just, like, sign the marriage certificate, like, how do you go back when you had that public meltdown in front of
Yeah.
all of your family? I feel like those actions
I
were
don't think there's coming
relationship
back from that.
were
Yeah.
relationship ending.
I would agree.
Yeah. Do you wanna do the downvoted comments that OP makes?
Yeah, so there's a couple of those. Someone writes something about like if the post was also written by AI, and OP replies, "No, I could write this just fine. For the vows, it was different because I wanted them to be perfect, and there was just a lot I wanted to say that I ended up not being able to say anything."
I mean,
That doesn't make any sense.
perfect to your fiance is from your heart.
Yeah.
I think you missed that point.
I think that's just common sense.
Yeah.
You lack that.
Yeah.
He also said, I didn't realize she'd be able to tell right away. When I spoke of her disdain of AI, people are making it seem like it was a deal breaker that I simply ignored, which isn't the case. I didn't understand that it meant that much to her, and I definitely won't be making the same careless mistake again.
No, you won't, but I don't think you're gonna have an opportunity, bud.
Yeah.
I didn't think she could tell right away. It's it's because the whatever AI gave you was probably so far off from what you normally say.
Yeah. Um, Someone asked if OP is neurodivergent. They replied, this has been brought up before, but I don't have a reason to believe it's true. I've seen 2 psychiatrists and none of them have mentioned wanting to get me tested for anything. I think I might just be a demo.
Yeah.
So there's an update that comes 2 months later. I honestly wasn't planning to do an update after all because of how humiliating this entire situation has been. I didn't want to give more of a reason for people to rip me apart, but now that my story is posted on a popular YouTube channel, there probably won't be much of an escape route for me. There's no doubt people we know will find it now, so I wanted to give a short update everyone has been itching to get. I did what I said previously and told her about the Reddit post and how the replies gave me her perspective and that I was sorry. She ended up getting even more angry with me about posting our business,
Yep.
even though our names weren't mentioned, and that she couldn't believe I needed online strangers to tell me why I was wrong.
Yep. I saw that coming.
This is so bad. Also, apparently, my mom was texting her about paying back all the wasted wedding money, and she used that against me too, which I don't think is fair. I have no control over what my family does. Snacks and flowers didn't do much. She refuses to give me another chance after offering going to couples counseling. So, yeah, the wedding is never happening again. It's over.
Thought so.
This has been the most horrendous time of my life. I've thought about giving up altogether. Meanwhile, she's posting about brunch with friends on her social media. Makes me wonder how she could move on that fast while I'm a wreck. People have accused me of not caring about her enough to write my own vows, yet the difference in our reactions of splitting up says the reverse. Hope you're all happy. Feel free to rub salt in the wound. I'm not coming back to this account.
Fucking social media with the salt in the wind. She's posting on brunch. I guess she's not that affected.
That's
Bro,
not true.
She's
That's not
fucking
true at
pissed,
all.
man. She's pissed. It's not like, no, dude, she's pissed. Like, that's how she's moving on.
She's coping.
That's how
What do you
she's
like?
coping. She's coping with being headstrong and putting one foot in front of the other and just fucking moving on and
Yeah,
trying to
good for
forget about you.
her.
Like, you fucked up so bad. Oh, but like, his side of the family, it's like, yo, we paid for all this stuff and you're walking out over this. Like, his mom is texting her being like, yo, I want to recoup these funds that you fucked us for.
Talk to your son, honey.
Oh my gosh, this is a crazy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, me personally, I wouldn't break up with you if you're like reading your whole script and it's AI.
The thing.
I would probably make fun of you and laugh it off when we're alone by ourselves later?
I wouldn't laugh it off. I would be pissed, but I don't think I would have broken up with you.
I wouldn't have
The
been.
thing is,
I
though,
wouldn't have been pissed.
it's also kind of humiliating and
Oh, for
embarrassing.
sure.
Like, to be her.
Yeah.
To be like, you couldn't think of one thing. Like, how am I supposed to, like face my family and friends?
Yeah. We need to know what the frickin' vows were.
I know.
Because there's
actually.
a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference between AI fluff, like the frickin' AI sauce on the frickin' sandwich, and the sandwich only being bread and sauce. And there's no frickin' meat in the middle. Because if it's AI fluff around like our memories and like what brought us together, and the AI fluff is mentioning the proposal at the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles, and it's talking about San Francisco, and it's talking about Punta Cana, our Mexico vacation, and all of our traveling and living together, and there's just a little
like personalized.
Yeah, and it's just a little fluff around the edges, but in the middle of all of that
I think
is
that's
us.
different.
It's
yeah.
different. And then there's AI fluff where it's like, I love you,
You're the
like
love of my
you're the love of my
life, blah, blah,
life.
blah,
You're
blah.
the bright shining star across
Yeah.
the sky. I love you more than the northern lights and all the galaxies combined. And it has nothing,
Yeah.
no references to the relationship.
Yeah.
That's different. If you read an AI speech where like there's not a single point that like hit on our relationship and it's just a bunch of fluffy saying of like how much I love you and stuff, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
But if it was talking about our past experiences and then there's just like the fluff of like how you're saying it, and I'm like, babe, did you use ChatGPT with your bullet points to help you like draft it into paragraphs?
Yeah.
I just poke fun at you. And I'd be like, okay, I know you had a hard time. That's not your best suit. You do great works over in these other areas. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Crazy. Recommended advice. Don't fuck around with AI when it comes to your relationship.
Yeah, I think just to be on the safer side, because there is like there is judgment, and I feel like I've heard like, oh, AI for vows, like that's not the first time that this has come up. Like
No.
it's
Yeah.
obviously a controversial thing, so just better to err on the side of caution. Like,
Yep.
don't use it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, back to you.
Back to me. All right, I'll do the best of Redditor updates posted 4 days ago with 14,000 upvotes. I've been sleeping with my best friend for 2 weeks, and I think we've been dating for 10 years and never realized it.
Pardon?
So me, 32 male, and Sophie, 32 female, have been best friends since like first grade. She was my next door neighbor growing up. We went to the same college and got jobs in the same city. We've been roommates since we were like 25. So typing this, it almost seems like we've been a couple all along, but I've never really thought of her sexually since we were teenagers. She had a boyfriend at like 17, and they were really in love with each other, and I was good friends with him. But unfortunately, he drowned like a week after we graduated high school.
Jesus.
She was obviously a wreck, and I helped her as much as I could to get through it, and in the process, we pretty much became inseparable. It's not like one of us was clinging to the other. It was completely mutual. We liked the same things, have the same interests, and did stuff together all the time. When she was having a hard time sleeping because of Rick's drowning, she asked to come over because she didn't want to be alone, and I, of course, was there for her. Eventually, we graduated college and decided to get jobs in the same city. And eventually, after that, we decided to move in together as roommates because we save a ton of money and we were always hanging out together anyway. Now, I realize that basically, I think we've been a couple, except we just didn't have sex. Of course, she would have a guy over sometimes, but it was never really serious, and same with me. I dated a bit, but never really felt a connection with any of them. So about 2 weeks ago, we were watching wrestling, like we do every week, and she started softly crying, and we were sitting like inches from each other on the couch. So of course, I put my arm around her and asked if she's okay and she needs to talk. Basically, she's been having a hard time finding a guy, and she's really upset. She's always been kind of thick, but now she's pretty chubby and says that attractive guys don't want to sleep with her anymore. So I'm trying to be supportive and stuff, and I wasn't lying. I've always thought she was really pretty, but I said that's not true and that plenty of guys would love to sleep with her. She's not a prude or anything, and we always make crude jokes to each other, and I said something like, quote, if we weren't like best friends ever, I'd have been trying to fuck you for the past 10 years. She gave me this look like I had just flipped a switch on a robot, like she was just staring right into my eyes, and my brain was telling me to kiss her, and so I did. We were making out for probably 5 minutes, and she just pulled my shirt off, and I had pulled hers off, and I think, oh my God, what am I doing? So I stalked, and I'm like, whoa, we need to think about this. Are we sure we want to go down this road? We talk for like maybe 2 minutes, and we basically decide, hey, we've been friends for 25 years and been through way worse together, that having sex one time shouldn't be an issue. It was by far the best sex I had ever had. And now, since that time, we've had sex at least once every day, sometimes 2 or 3.
Damn.
We both recognize we need to discuss this, but keep saying we'll discuss it tomorrow when we'll have more time. But I recognize we have to discuss it, like soon, and I'm scared. I think I realized that I've been madly in love with her this entire time, and that's why I've never connected with any of the women I've dated, and I'm really hoping it's the same for her. I think we might both have felt this way for a long time, and we're finally realizing it. It just sounds so fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck is going on? Am I crazy? Am I getting my hopes up? If she doesn't feel the same way I do, how can I ever hang out with her again? What do I do?
This is weird. It's a little bit weird. Are you getting weird vibes?
I don't know. I mean, the part where he says, I realized I've been madly in love with her for the entire time. That's why I've never connected with any of the women I've dated. It's like, maybe that could be true. Like, you know, you get so comfortable with your best friend, roommate, that you're trying to find that person in a relationship, but that person's off the table. So all the women that you go on a date with are held to this expectation of like, needs to be like a duplication of your best friend already.
Okay, maybe. Like, maybe. Fine. Fine. But I don't know. The way he just kept saying, like, it's like we've been dating for 10 years.
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
You've
You've been roommates.
Yeah, you've been best friends and roommates.
It's very different.
For 10 years. I think it's a bit different.
It's very different. I don't know. I'm not trying to, like, be the Debbie Downer here or, like, whatever. And I am a romantic to my core. I am a Nicholas Sparks girly.
Yeah, I thought you'd be like,
I don't, just the way it's worded. I don't know. It's weird. The way, sorry, also I'm judging a little bit. Like, they're watching wrestling and she just starts crying on the couch randomly. Like, oh no, guy's ever gonna love me. That's odd behavior.
if we weren't best friends ever, I'd be trying to fuck you for the past 10 years. This is a little...
I don't know. I'm not getting giddy from this.
It's a little odd.
Just a little bit.
Little odd.
I also just think, like, you making this revelation recently, like, I don't think it's... I'm not going to say it's not true because I'm not you, obviously, but from what you're saying, I don't think you were in love with her for 10 years. Yeah. I just think you are infatuated right now.
Yeah.
It's just like...
Maybe.
Like, it's just purely sexual, I think.
So one of the relevant comments says, I think she's into you. Otherwise, she probably wouldn't have slept with you multiple times. I suggest that you start taking her out on real dates. If she agrees and is receptive to cuddling and holding hands, she's definitely into you. And whenever you feel it's the right timing, you can tell her what's in your heart and how you feel about her. OP replies and says, I mean, like, we always cuddle on the couch, and in college, she would just come to my dorm because she couldn't sleep, and we'd sleep in my bed together, just nothing sexual happened. I'm starting to think she spent 15 years trying to give me hints now.
I mean, maybe.
Somebody else says, I agree with OP. Take her on actual dates. Allow yourself to feel some of those early relationship jitters and awkwardness as you embark on a new type of relationship together. Yeah. OP replies and says, I'm going to, and we go on dates all the time. I just didn't realize they were dates.
That's not dates,
like
then,
dinner
dude.
together, lunch, museums. I think we should plan a vacation together with a king bed instead of twin beds, LOL. What do you mean they're not dates? You go to dinner together, you go to museums, you go do activities. Are those not dates?
I mean...
They were platonic dates.
Yeah, platonic.
Those are still dates.
I disagree.
What's the difference
I
between
feel like there has
dinner
to
with the
be.
intent to bang after and
No, it's
dinner
not
with a
about
friend?
intent to bang. It's about like going into the date with having like feelings for that other person. I don't know. It gives a different vibe. There's a difference between like being friends with someone and like hanging out versus like going on a date.
I don't know if I'm going to subscribe to that theory.
Okay.
Yeah. Another person says, "This is adorable. It sounds like you guys are basically in the perfect position for this to happen. Are you worried expectations will change if you become an official couple? Maybe pick an evening once a week to do a serious check-in with each other where each of you have an open floor to bring up any concerns or thoughts you'd have about this shift in your relationship. And have fun. But all your friends are going to be like, 'Geez, guys, finally.'"
Am I just being a hater?
And OP replies and says, "Both of our parents were always joking with us about when are we going to give them grandkids, but both of us are firmly child free, so we would always use that defense and don't stress that we weren't a couple. I think I really am the only one who didn't realize I'm in love with her. I feel like an idiot."
Okay.
So there's an update.
I just like don't understand how like one day you can just wake up and you're like, "Oh, I'm in love with her." Like after 10 years, I just don't see how that is plausible.
Yeah.
Like either you are or you aren't. Like have you had feelings for her this entire time? Yes or no?
They were subdued. They were pressed down deep, not even admitting it to himself. So there's an update. Comes the next day. So she just got home and I told her we need to talk and she seemed disappointed. So I was really bummed. Like she looked like she wanted to cry. But I said, please, just let me say what I need to say and then we can go from there. I told her since we started having sex, I realized I've been in love with her for a really long time and didn't realize it. And she started trying to hold back tears and I got the worst knot in my stomach and I thought I was literally going to puke. I told her it's okay if she doesn't feel the same way, and I'll always be there for her as a friend, and would try my best not to let my feelings get in the way, but now that it's out there, I guess there isn't any going back. She told me to stop, and she was crying now. I stopped, and it felt like an eternity just sitting there, and I couldn't even look at her face. Then she just kind of wrapped her arms around me and buried her face in my chest and was sobbing. I'm just sitting there confused, trying to figure out if this is good or horrible. Finally, she looks at me and says that she's been waiting for me to say that since college, and that the reason she was crying with me on the couch the other week was because she thought it had been long enough and it wasn't going to happen, and that's why she kept trying to put off having a talk after we started having sex because she thought that was the closest we'd come to being a couple. Now we're waiting for our Chinese food to come after some awesome sex. Thanks so much for the advice and getting me to finally say something. I'm
Okay,
glad their sex
fine.
life is so good, buddy.
Right? Like I don't know, it just seems like a little bit like just it's purely sexual, but whatever, fine. The fact that she has like
She's like,
opened
buddy,
up
I've been
and
dropping hints
she's like, "Yeah, I've been in love with you." So
forever.
that's okay, that sounds cute.
It's like she's roommates with him, and she keeps going to the fridge to get milk in her undies with a crop top, trying to throw some hints out.
Yeah.
And he's just like, well, we're roommates. She's just super comfortable. And she's like, are you blind? You don't think I'm attractive? Yeah.
Okay, well that was kind of cute.
All right, back to you.
All right, this one comes from Today I Fucked Up, posted 5 days ago with 2.7 thousand upvotes. Today I fucked up by giving myself headaches for 8 years because I never got my eyes checked. I'm 29 and had constant headaches since I was 21. Saw doctors, tried medications, bought ergonomic office equipment, blue light glasses, everything. Every doctor said screen, strain, or stress. Last week, my girlfriend asked why I was squinting at the TV. I said I wasn't. She insisted I always do. I tested it. Covered one eye, blurry. Other eye, blurry. Went to an optician. Need glasses. Badly. Strong prescription. Quote, when did the headache start? Me, 8 years ago. And you never got your eyes checked? No, I had perfect vision my whole life, so it never occurred to me. Got glasses 3 days ago. Headaches completely gone. 8 years of suffering. Hundreds spent on doctors and equipment. All I needed was 80-pound glasses. Everyone's laughing at me. You didn't think to check your eyes? No, I did not. Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't think
I wouldn't
to
blame him
either.
either. You don't know your eyes aren't good until you get an eye test.
Yeah.
And then when they tell you, oh, most people can see those small little letters at the bottom, you can't. You need glasses.
But it's not, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding here, but I think he needs the glasses for his headaches, not for his bad vision, because he said like he's had good vision. Maybe I've had perfect vision my whole life,
But he hasn't.
but he hasn't. Is that the thing?
I
That's
think
causing
he
the headaches,
thought
I
he
guess?
had perfect vision.
Oh, okay.
You don't know something can be clear until you get glasses. You're like, everybody sees like
Yeah.
this. Everybody can't read that sign way
Now
down
I'm
there.
questioning my eyesight.
When's the last time you had an eye test?
Like a year and a half ago.
Okay, then you're fine. You probably never had an eye test. I used to think my vision was great. And I only went to get an eye test because I got a job that had benefits for it. And then when I went, he's like, well, you could use a mild prescription.
Mm.
And then I got the glasses and I was driving. I was like, holy shit, I can see the sign way farther away. I could see them. And ever since that day, I almost never drive without the glasses. Like I don't need them to drive. Like I can still drive fine. But it's so much nicer being able to see the road sign way farther down the road until when you get close to it, and you're like, I need to swerve now.
Yeah. Oh my God. Jeez.
It's not like that bad, but it's like watching something in like 720p on YouTube and then putting it into like 1080 or 4K or going from like 1080 to 4K. It's like my vision was fine and now it's just better. So my sunglasses are prescription. If you guys watch the travel vlog, just see me like black Oakleys, like those are prescription. And I always have the driving glasses, and they're only for long distance, so like I don't wear them. But sometimes I'm watching TV.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
Sometimes I'm watching TV and I'm like, should I go get my glasses?
I love when you wear your glasses.
I'm like, should I go get my glasses?
Wear them more often.
Like we're 10 feet away from the TV, or maybe instead of a 1080p TV, we could get a 4K TV, and then I don't need frickin' glasses. That's what I want for Christmas. I want a frickin' 4K TV. And then we could, I don't need my glasses. And then sometimes we'll go to like a movie theater or we'll go to like a show or something. And I'm like, fuck, I should have brought my glasses.
Yeah.
Like we went to go watch the Taylor Swift movie and we're in the movie theater. And I'm like 40 feet away from the screen. I'm like, my glasses would probably make it so much better. And then one time I did remember to bring my glasses. And you're like, why are you bringing your glasses? And I'm like, it's just so much better. I was wearing, during the Taylor Swift, I started wearing my sunglasses inside the theater. I'm driving home at night. We're at Thanksgiving with Chris, and I drove their car home because they had both drinking. And I put my sunglasses on, and Chris is like, my brother-in-law, he's like, why are you putting your sunglasses on? It's 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, yeah, it's a little darker, but it makes it better. Like it does tint everything darker, but the road signs and people's tail lights become clearer and crispier. Tail lights for me, when I don't have my glasses on, they're kind of like red little fuzzy bubbles.
Yeah, what's the name for that?
I don't know.
For it.
And then when I put my glasses on, they're nice, crisp, and I can see the full detail.
Astigmatism or something. Astigmatism.
Oh,
I don't
know. But yeah, like if you don't know your eyes are like need an eye test, then I could see it causing headaches and you wouldn't know, and all you gotta do is get an eye test.
Interesting. Top comment says, you haven't had perfect vision in the last 8 years at least.
Yeah, exactly.
I see. Okay.
Perfect is relative. The next person says, perfect is relative. You get used to it, you think it's fine, and that everybody sees the same way. I didn't wear my glasses consistently until 3 years ago, and I've always felt like my vision was fine. It, in fact, wasn't, LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't know that your vision's not perfect until you try it out.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Back to you.
Okay. This one's coming from AITA. Am I the asshole for giving my friend her baby back before I was supposed to? This was posted 6 days ago with 17,000 upvotes. I am genuinely struggling with this, so I'll take any honest/direct feedback I can get. I, 26 female, am childless, which I think may be relevant here. My close friend A is female, 27, had her second baby, R, almost 4 months ago, and her first baby, T, about 7 years ago. T has been having trouble adjusting to his new sibling. She's been feeling a lot of guilt around this, so I let her know that once she's comfortable, I'd be down to babysit R so that she could have some one-on-one time with T. She knows I have 12 nibblings. I was literally born an aunt,
What?
so she's comfortable with this. She took me up on the offer on Halloween so she could take T trick-or-treating, and she asked if I could keep R overnight so she and T could take part in some tradition or another. I adore the baby, so of course I said yes. Halloween rolls around, A drops R off in my apartment around 4 p.m., and everything's fine. After about an hour, A FaceTimes me to check on the baby. Another 45 minutes go by, A FaceTimes me again. No problem. The baby is really young, so I totally get the anxiety. She continues to FaceTime me every 30 minutes to an hour, even while she takes T trick-or-treating. She'd get to a spot with no signal or Wi-Fi, try to call, the call would drop, and she'd call back until the FaceTime stopped dropping the call. At some point, they finish trick-or-treating and go to do their Halloween tradition. Whatever it is, it runs late. She's still wide awake and FaceTiming at around 10 p.m. when I'm getting ready for bed. I asked her if she just wants me to bring R home. She insists that she doesn't want that. I let her know that both R and I are about to be asleep, and I, definitely starting to go a little holy here, say maybe this would be a good time to finally focus on T. She continues to FaceTime every 30 minutes to an hour. I answer or call her back every time. The last few calls, I try to break it to her gently that she's keeping both me and R awake, and he's already not a great sleeper, so it's getting a little rough settling him back down after her calls wake him up. She does not care. I finally get fed up at some point. A is clearly tired. R can't sleep because his mom won't stop calling, and I won't put my phone on silent while I'm babysitting someone's newborn for obvious reasons, and I'm irritated. After we hang up on the last time, I pack up R's things and I take him home. She's genuinely upset at me. I thought I was doing the right thing because she was clearly struggling with being away from the baby. T was asleep by the time I dropped R back off, so it's not like I disturbed their time. I don't have kids, maybe that's why I can't gauge the issue, but someone please let me know if I was the asshole for bringing the baby back home.
No, I don't think so. You gave her many chances. You told her to stop calling, you're going to sleep. Like, you couldn't be more
Yeah.
explicit.
Yeah, and I feel like you did the right thing, but, she doesn't want to admit it. I don't know. But,
Yeah.
maybe you could have said, if you call me one more time, I'm going to bring R back home. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she could have done that, actually.
Top comment says, you did the only thing that made sense. Your friend isn't ready to be away from her baby and wasn't letting you or the baby sleep. Not the asshole.
Exactly.
Bro, every time she calls, she's waking up the baby. I'd be pissed.
I would be pissed too.
Like,
I
take
would have
your
done the
baby.
exact same thing.
Take your baby then. I was
Yeah.
doing you a favor. And then when she returned, the other kid had already been back to sleep. So, there's no
Yeah.
reason for her to, even keep the baby
Exactly,
overnight.
right? Yeah. I thought that too.
Someone replies to the top comment and says, she also wasn't spending time with her other son, which was the whole reason OP offered to babysit. T obviously knew his mom was distracted and spent the whole night on her phone, and OP still kept the baby until the kid went to sleep.
Yeah.
Not the asshole. I know, right? Poor T, finally getting that alone time with his mom, and then all his mom is doing while trick-or-treating is literally just FaceTiming for the baby.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not giving the kid the one-on-one time that you're trying to give. You're
Yeah.
undercutting your own plan.
Exactly. Yeah. Which honestly could be worse for T.
The next comment says, that Halloween basically just reinforced all of T's issues with the baby. Even when R isn't there, they're the center of A's world. Poor T.
Yeah, exactly.
No wonder.
That was the opposite of what she wanted, but
I think it sounds like it's A's fault for why her first kid is having such a hard time with adjusting to the baby.
Yeah.
Because the mom keeps choosing the baby over him.
The baby, 4 months.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know. It's 4 months old though. That's
For
hard.
sure. And and also the first sibling is 9 or 7. It's not like my sister's case where they're 14 months apart.
Yeah.
No, you've had a kid for 7 years, and then you have a second baby.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's a big age gap, and that's a big tough. Of course you're gonna be obsessed, and of course you're, pretty fair to say, like, you're not going to be an expert at knowing how to balance this.
Yeah, exactly.
I like OP though in this post. I like how she named them A, R, and T. You know?
Art.
No,
Oh,
just
tar.
no,
Rat.
no. just that they got letters. You know, she didn't try and come up with like colors.
I actually
or
don't like that.
Cillian or whatever.
Cillian.
I will say it was a little hard. If you guys are
Yeah,
gonna
it's
write your
hard to
Reddit post,
follow.
give them simple names: Joe, Bob, Sam, Amy, Ken, Jake, Jack, Jill.
Okay, we got it.
Give them the simple names. The almost one letter as a name is almost harder than.
No, I agree. Yeah, that's why
Cillian.
I was like, wait, you like that?
I just liked how she didn't try to make it a complicated name, but
I
a
see.
letter almost made it a little harder to follow.
Yeah.
All right, back to you.
All right. This one is coming from relationship advice with 3,000 upvotes posted 7 days ago. My wife wants to sleep with other people because I'm not exciting, but I pay for everything and handle the kids. Me, 38 male, and my wife, 36 female, have been together for 12 years, married for 9. We have 2 kids, 7 and 4, and like a lot of couples with young kids, the last few years haven't been easy. I work full-time in IT, am the main breadwinner, handle most of the kids' stuff in the mornings, and try to give her space in the evenings because she says she's burnt out, drinks wine, and she's on the phone. We have had basically a dead bedroom, not because I don't want it, but because she says that she needs more from me. And I've tried. We have done some couples therapy. I tried inviting her to date nights. She flakes, mentions sexy outfits or games, even a stupid TikTok challenge I thought might help. It's been a while now. I feel like I'm trying and she's not. At all. 3 nights ago, she sits me down and says, "You're not exciting me anymore. I need more. I want to explore. I think we should open the marriage." I was shocked. I asked her if this meant she already had someone in mind. She said no, but then couldn't look me in the eye at all. I don't check her phone and never have. I've always trusted her. But she's been weird lately and protective of the screen, walking into the other room more, laughing at messages and saying it's just dumb work stuff. She's mentioned a coworker several times now, Brian. I've met him once and didn't like the vibe. I didn't like how they interacted and something felt off. I said, "You want to sleep with other people because I'm not exciting?" She said, "No, that's not fair. I just want something more. We can both explore." Then she added, "I still love you. I just want different experiences." I told her, no, obviously not. I'm not going to support our entire life while being treated like some placeholder she's bored of. I'm not your husband until something more exciting shows up. Now she is saying that I'm selfish and closed-minded, that this is about sexual growth and I'm too rigid. I'm selfish for not wanting to be the loyal, exhausted man supporting her personal journey while Brian from accounting makes her giggle at 10 p.m. I strongly suspect some of this idea is coming from her best friend. She just got divorced for the 3rd time, tried an old open marriage before, which is what blew up her second go-around, and has been a serial cheater. Ugh. I want to make this work for the kids, but I feel like I'm at the end of my rope here. I don't know if it's time to throw in the towel or what.
Yeah.
I think it might be.
I think so. I mean,
Because what are you going to do? Like, you're going to say no and then she's going to resent you? It's
Yeah.
just going to get worse. At this point, you want different things.
And I like how he asked her point directly, like, do you have someone in mind? Fucking Brian.
Brian from accounting.
Brian from fucking accounting making her giggle at 10 p.m. Yeah, I just don't. It's not what you want, and you've been trying, and it's divorce.
Even like without this, like the open marriage suggestion, sounds like you are doing everything as well. Like, sounds like she's not really doing much for you.
Yeah, exactly,
Like,
right?
maybe this was overdue.
Maybe it's better to find somebody on your sexual wavelength. You keep saying, I'm trying to spice it up. I'm trying to whip her in the bedroom. But maybe you need to find somebody who's just okay with what you got to give.
Yeah.
Why is it that all of these relationships that we read are like, I want an open relationship. I want to open the marriage. I want to open the relationship. It's like, why don't you guys try like a swingers club first or something? Why don't you guys try doing it together? I feel like I don't know. we have a very monogamous relationship, so maybe we're not the best people to give advice on this, but I've had to try my best. I would think that opening up your relationship after you've been in the relationship for a while doesn't usually work. You can't just go from 0 to 100 real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
If you get into the relationship and you start with it being an open relationship, you probably could have a successful open relationship. You both wanted it from the beginning, it worked out. But
Agreed.
generally, when you're 5, 10 years into a relationship, one person wants an open relationship, it's usually coming at a point of disconnection.
Yeah.
It's not usually like, our sex life is fire, it's great, everything's clicking.
Yeah.
Let's open
I
it
don't
up
think you
and
should be
bring someone
opening
in.
a relationship up to fix something. Like,
Exactly.
it should be like, yeah, things are going great. Let's try something new.
Exactly. Doesn't seem to fix the relationship to open it up. That just doesn't make sense. It doesn't work. It's not a solution to whatever problem you're having. So if it is going to work, it needs to be when things are fire, when things are great. But
Agreed.
when things are fire and things are great in our relationship, why the fuck do we need to bring somebody else into it?
Yeah.
Why do we need to open it up if things are so great? And if things do need to be like, if things are great and you're like, yeah, let's spice it up, let's make it spicy, whatever. Like, why are we not reading more stories about, I wanted to take my husband to a swingers club? Not, why is it always, I wanted to open the relationship up?
We've had threesome stories.
Yeah.
So that's kind of similar
I
to what you're
guess.
suggesting.
I feel like, I don't know. Why? I feel like stepping stones, right? You know,
Yeah.
get in the, start at the pool in the steps, step into the shallow water, slowly swim over to the deep end. All these people are like, open relationship, let's just jump in the deep end and we're going to drown. Maybe you should go to a swingers club and try that open
Is Denver trying to tell me
thing.
something?
No, I'm not. But like, we read all these stories and nobody's ever on this. I've never heard of swingers club, but that just, you see it in the movies. They go to like a swinging parties. Oh my God, my parents are
You
swingers.
see it in Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yeah. So like, why is that not a step here with people in real life? I feel like that's the better way. But we always hear the stories where we need to fix something. We have a dead bedroom. That's never gonna be the solution to it.
Yeah. Agreed. Top comment says, you set the example for your children on what a healthy relationship looks like. If you continue this unhealthy relationship, quote, for the kids, what you're really doing is building a reality in their minds on what to look for in a relationship in the future. The greatest kindness you can do for them in the long term, though it may suck in the short term because they are too young to understand, is show how to stick to their core values and seek relationships with people who share and respect those values. You tell them it's okay to be single and start over. You show them you don't have to be trapped in unhappiness. I went through so many unhealthy relationships because I didn't have a clue what a healthy relationship looked like, and I didn't have the self-respect to leave when I should have. Leave for the kids and don't let anyone gaslight you differently.
Yeah.
OP replied, this got me. I've been so caught up trying to hold it together for the kids, I haven't really thought about anything else but staying for them. I don't want them to grow up thinking this kind of love is normal. Thank you for this. It's exactly what I needed to hear today.
Yeah.
Damn, I love Reddit.
I also am not like a fan of the BFF. Like, there's a reason he put it into the post. I'm being like, I strongly suspect some of this idea is coming from her BFF. She just got divorced for a third time, tried an open marriage, blew up her second marriage, and has been a serial cheater. Like, no fucking wonder you're having issues, because she has such a toxic influence in her life where she's like, oh, you need to try this in the bedroom. Oh, you need to try this. Oh, you gotta try this. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's such outside opinions that's like, it's like being on the wrong side of TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised here.
So there's an edit that comes a few hours since posting. Wow, I didn't expect this to get the kind of attention it did. I really appreciate all your comments. I will read every one. To say it's been a surreal night is an understatement. Some have been hard to read, but so much has helped. Maybe more than anything, just to get out of my own head. I'm not making any big decisions tonight. The kids are asleep. My wife's out with friends, and I'm home alone just processing it all, trying to figure out what to do next. But the message is loud and clear. Get a lawyer, STD test. She's probably fucking Brian. Thank you, everyone. I will update at some point.
Yeah, I would for sure get an STD test. And honestly, I kind of want to be checking that phone. I want to be looking at that phone.
Yeah, I would.
And if you can't look at that phone, like you're blocked out from password or something, you got issues.
Yeah.
Yo, I did see a thing where somebody was trying Face ID off of a photo on the wall. I wonder if that works.
Oh,
I don't think it would. Because doesn't Face ID check like depth of your face?
I don't
Photo's not gonna
know.
have depth of the face. I don't know.
Damn.
All right, I will finish this off with Petty Revenge, posted 7 days ago with 18,000 upvotes. My roommate kept snoring and refused to address it, so I recorded her and played it whenever she tried to rest. I work and live on a cruise ship. Depending on the route,
Sick.
we dock every 2 to 4 days. Have one roommate and we have bunk beds with me on top. I'm a performer, so we get to pick our roommates, and my roommate never told me that she snored. Very loudly, too.
How would she know?
I tried earplugs. Nope. I have big over-the-ear headphones and was playing music. Can still hear her. I can even hear her over the ship docking, and our room is near the anchor. It's loud. Her snoring is not only loud, it's concerning because she chokes in her sleep too.
What?
The first time I heard it, I almost fell out of my bunk to rush down and check on her thinking she was having some kind of medical emergency. I talked to her to see if we could come up with a solution, and she basically shot me down because she thought since she was sleeping fine, it wasn't a big deal. Also, it's really hard to change roommates unless something major happens, and snoring isn't considered one of those, despite me voicing my lack of sleep. I did my best to live with it, but I was fed up when I got done with a long day of work, got up at 9 a.m., didn't get officially done work until 11 p.m., and had to be up at 6 a.m., and the snoring only allowed me 2 hours of sleep. So I decided to record her. The next day, I was going to their room for a break, and she was there and said she was going to take a nap. I was like, okay, and as she lay down, I started playing her snoring. She immediately shot up and looked at me like I was insane. When all I did was stare at her and she asked me to turn it off. I just said, well, this is you snoring and you said it's not a big deal, so why should I? She gets really mad, says a few choice words, and leaves the room. For about 3 days, whenever she tried to rest, I played her own snoring back. Finally, I got called in for a meeting with her manager because roommate was mad at me. I explained my side of the story because roommate failed to mention that she refused to address her snoring and made it seem like I was just playing loud noises for the heck of it. Roommate is angry that the manager didn't fully take her side and even told her she was being difficult by not trying to address her snoring and brushing off my need for sleep. We ended up getting moved with a new roommate though.
Yeah. Perfect.
Perfect solution. That's what
Yeah.
you wanted. You wanted a new roommate.
Exactly.
That's great. That's absolutely fantastic.
Okay, but what is she supposed to do?
The snoring person?
Yeah.
Go see a doctor. Because they make like snoring masks or like nasal things. Like there's like little nasal strips that they glue to your nose, and there's like a little spring in them, and they like open your nostrils up for when you sleep. I saw it a while ago, and now all the motocross riders use them. So they have what they'll do is they have like it's like a bandage. It's like a sticky strip that goes on their nose, and then it has like a little metal plate that's trying to like open back up. And then they'll even put in the goggle lenses a little magnets so that when the goggles go on, it pulls their nostrils towards the goggles.
So it's not while they sleep?
No, it's while they're riding.
Oh.
But I'm saying I saw this technology. Like I've seen commercials for like snoring, like when I used to live with my grandfather, like grandma, like infomercials.
Yeah, I've seen like the nose tape.
Yeah, so it's like nose tape, but now they're using it in like sports and athletes so that while they're performing, they can get like maximum breathing through their nose.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
not just for snoring. So the top comment says, this is definitely sleep apnea. I've had the same thing before. I finally broke down and got CPAP. My girlfriend has never been happier. No more snoring. What's CPAP?
Not a clue.
CPAP Machines Canada. It keeps saying CPAP, but it's not saying what it means for.
Continuous positive airway pressure.
Oh, interesting. Okay, but could you imagine sleeping with that on your face?
No.
You're sleeping with a fucking scuba
Whole
mask. A
mask.
whole oxygen mask on your face. That would be tough to sleep. Jack
He
just woke
looks
up from
so
his
funny.
nap from that cat food.
He looks so funny right now.
Jack loves food, and usually he runs. He's like, "Wait, did I hear it correctly? I think I did. Let me go check." I love how some lunchtime snack for him so slow. Evening time,
I think we
meow!
should
It's like
space out his
runs.
food better, maybe.
Maybe we don't
that's a
space it out good
sign.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's always napping around this time. He doesn't need the food. We can make his lunch one later.
Yeah, we could.
Maybe. Yep. That's
Alright.
it. That brings a close to the best of the week. We hope you guys enjoyed these stories. Don't forget about our Tuesday episode. If you guys are on YouTube, help us get to 20,000 subscribers. Come on over, smash the like button if you guys are watching on YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you guys are listening on Spotify, we appreciate you guys. Best way to support us is just by dropping a comment down below, hitting the follow button on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, as well as, come over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, help us out on our YouTube growth. We appreciate all of your support.
We sure do. Thank you guys for being here and joining us one more time a week.
And don't forget, Sundays are bonus stories. So we got a couple extra best of the week stories that we're going to be reading on Sunday's episode for Patreon. So if you guys want to come over there, if you want more ThreadTalk podcast, more Reddit stories, a little bit more Denver and Teresa, a little bit more loose-lipped, rugged Denver and Teresa, a little more life updates, those will be over there. So yeah, we appreciate your support, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.